First of all, I'd like to welcome you all to the birthday celebrations of Spooky2. Spooky's 8 years old. And to celebrate, we have a few goodies to give away. We'd like to thank everyone for your support for Spooky, helping Spooky grow, develop. He's not a teenager yet, but he's a very strong young child and growing by the day. So thank you for your support. In particular, the firefighters on Facebook, you know who you are, all the administrators there who put in the hours to help people learn more about Spooky, get the support. We've got amazing people on Facebook, and of course on the Spooky2 forum. We've got the moderators and admins there. Also putting in their effort to ensure that Spooky continues helping more and more people. And that's what it's all about, really. It's about providing solutions. So instead of having no answer to health conditions, you now have something that you can use. It's about empowerment. You can open up the cupboard and get something that you know is going to help you. You don't, yeah, here we go again. And you don't have to go to the doctor or whoever, some other professional who's pretty keen to see what you're, you know, what you've got in your pockets. Let's cut to the chase and see what's in store for us today. Episode 22 of Coffee Time. Happy birthday, Spooky2. Happy birthday, yay! And the special event isn't the cake. Now, we tried to get a cake which would be large enough for you all, but then we realized there's probably going to be too many people wanting a slice. So we decided, no, we'll just stick to the original plan and give some presents away. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. There's a paper dart that folded off, and I think we're showing off a little bit. Here we have a timeline. In 2014, this is when the Spooky2 XM was developed. Before that, we had a UDB generator, which was a plastic generator, which was it was interesting, but it had manual controls for the voltage settings and other things. It was a good generator, but the Spooky2 XM was just so much better, more accurate, faster. And of course, you can choose the different waveforms. And once you can choose waveforms, you can modify the treatments so they are more effective. And the very next year, we released the Spooky2 Central. Gosh, when I think back to the development work that went into that, that was one big project. And still, today, 7 years after then, we're still the only plasma machine that's got the frequency range of a plasma device. Not bad going, I think.
So what were we doing in 2016?
We were taking a break from 2015. Yeah, I think 2015, that really was, there was a difficult challenge there.
Yeah, maybe it took us too much to develop Spooky Central, so we had to rest for really long.
Yeah, so what did we do in 2016?
Nothing.
We always do something.
Really?
Well, it could have been at the end of 2016, where, in fact, it was. We were developing Mini Magic. And then in 2017, we released it. But then you're going to say, what were we doing in 2017 then? Well, I'm just winging it, okay? Just thinking back. So
Spooky Generator X, we released it early 2018, but it was in February, but it took us more than 2 years to develop that generator.
Generator X was, I would say that would have been probably more difficult than our Spooky Central. It is smaller and there's different kind of technical challenges, but we did some things in Generator X which still haven't been done by anyone else. That is a really amazing generator.
Yes.
And so what else we did? We released the Mirrormate Big Magic, which is our large pulse DMF.
But we also released the Spooky2 scalar in 2018. That was really big.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yes. So we did a lot in 2017 and
to make up for 2016. 19, 20. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, at any time we have several projects running simultaneously. Like even now, I've got maybe 4
or 5
projects I'm working on.
Yeah.
Some may take a lot longer than others, but at any time we're always thinking of ways to improve people's lives. And it's really cool because we get to meet people that who have very good hearts, and they contribute in many ways. It can be through helping out at the front line, so to speak, which is the Facebook and the forum, but also technically we have a few scientists that collaborate with us and trying to refine things, get things to be the optimum. Yeah, so that's 2018. 2019, we released Mirrormate Flash, which is our first VUV, vacuum ultraviolet treatment device for mostly topical type problems. And actually and then the year after we released the ray gun, which is a refinement on that. Where the treatment depth becomes greater. I'm doing all the talking.
I'm listening.
And then further refining our light treatment devices, we released in 2021, this year, our Mirrormate light pad, which is really amazing. Now, if we had planned it properly, we should have all these devices here and show it to you. Light pad is a square LED.
Cold laser. Square cold laser.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Of course. Because cold laser, even though it is more expensive than LED, it's a coherent light, and the treatment is the effects I show in, what am I trying to say? It works better. How's that? And this is what our focus is on. We don't try and just make an economy device. You want to, of course, keep the cost down, but we do that through keeping our margins down, not by using cheap components. And we use, how many cold lasers are in there?
33.
Would you believe that? 33?
605 and 3808.
Yeah, there's the wavelength nanometer lasers. The 808 nanometer.
Sounds like I'm the engineer.
Yeah. We wear different hats around here. Sometimes I'm the dishwasher. In fact, most days I am. Yeah, it's a lot of lasers. And the 808 lasers, those are 25 milliwatt. Those are quite high power. They're 25, aren't they? Oh, let's ask the engineer.
5 milliwatt.
No, that's the 650 is 5 milliwatt. The 808 milliwatt, which is the lasers which go further into your skin, those ones are 25 milliwatt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. Altogether, it's a lot of laser light, all coherent light. Yeah, that's getting a lot of airtime, isn't it? And it's so we've released that, and of course our beautiful Microgen, which is our portable contact device. This is a generator I've been wanting to create and develop for a long time.
Yeah, we spent more than 1 year to develop this.
But even before then, ideas float around in my mind. There's a lot of space there to float around, empty space. And And of course, people will say, you know, why don't we make a portable generator? Well, now we can say we have. And it's only got one button, so you can't go wrong. Okay, so let's have a look. There's the paper dart again. Thank you for all your support. You know, even customers that seriously, even customers that just buy products from us. Every single product helps Spooky grow. We now have $2
Oh, $2 from each order.
for each order.
Yes.
Deposited into a trust to help
Children
who need help, children's education, raising their living standards, giving them a life. Children are the future.
Yes.
Don't we have other things as well on the boil? We've also given to orphanages, and also we've gone one. We
don't want to. Too much.
Sorry. Prizes. Our third prize, we offer discounts for any purchase over $100. The discounts vary between $30 and $50.
Yeah, 30, 40, 50.
Okay. We haven't got any discounts to show you, but let's have a look at the second prizes that we have. There's 2 of each to be won. So there's 2 ray guns, there's 2 flashes, and 2 light pads.
Ray gun.
Okay, well, I like to think this is flash rather than ray gun.
Oh, this is flash.
I was thinking the engineer might be right. So there we go. There's our remote flash. It's a I keep using the wrong camera.
Let me.
Yeah, I'll let the engineer show. It's a UV treatment device. You hold it up against your skin and you pull the trigger. It gives very high intensity bursts of vacuum ultraviolet. Fantastic for psoriasis, skin conditions. Our ray gun. Ray gun is similar to the flash, but it doesn't give bursts of light. It gives a stream of light. Same kind of light, vacuum ultraviolet. It has at the bottom the facility of connecting a TENS pad. If you connect the TENS pad on the other side of where you're treating, the penetration becomes deeper. So it's better for conditions which lie under the skin surface.
Yes. And my dad, which she spends a lot of time in explaining, and
yeah. Now this is our light pad. There we go. There's our light pad there. In every single hole is a cold laser. Yeah, it's quite amazing actually, the healing power of cold laser. It can be used for hair rejuvenation, and I'm living proof. But it's a broad spectrum healer. You can use this over blood vessels for purifying your blood and reducing the burden of pathogens which are circulating your body at any given time. It's got 2 built straps here. Well, you put the straps onto the holders here, and you can have it around any part of your body. Just use our strap that's provided. Yes, rechargeable. It's got a battery internal. I won't shine it onto the camera because it's a laser. In fact, you can't really see it, can you? Maybe you have to have the lights off. But it's quite a powerful little device. Because it's cold laser, it's safe and it won't cause burning, which high power lasers may, the type you use for surgery and such like. Okay, drum roll, please. First prize. I think everyone's on their seats. I can hear the creaking as everyone's leaning forwards. What's first? What's first? Please let it be. Yes, it is. It is. It's Linda's microgem. Alice's microgem, I should say. Sorry. So that's the microgem there. Our beautiful device that we've been talking about earlier. One button operation, super easy to use.
Does Alice agree?
Oh, I knew I forgot to do something. Alice, you know we're kidding, right? You know that it is in the mail. Right after the presentation today. So the first prize is a microgen. So that means that someone today is going to win a microgen. Wow. I hope it's me. I hope it's me. And it's just a brief description of microgen. Provides safe and drug-free treatments of acute and chronic diseases without having to cut yourself open or get someone to cut you open or take life-altering drugs. Okay, so how do you win? If you can right now type in 1 in the chat section I haven't gone back yet, but I know it would have filled up with 1s in the chat section of Zoom. Then we will invite you on. Share your story. Oh, do we? Oh, yeah. Or
take your seat fast because we only have 10 seats. Oh my God, it's right.
Yes, there are only 10 prizes. So what if more people?
We'll see.
Okay, so you've got an option of either answering a really super hard question or preferably share your story. I prefer you to share your story because I love to hear success. I love to hear how people, I see there's a Gwen that's come up there. I love to hear how people's lives have been improved through the hard work of our forum moderators and our Facebook administrators. So get your microphone and camera ready. Okay.
Andrea
Frostino. So, hi.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Can you make
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Welcome to Coffee Time.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely to have you here. Have you got a story that you would like to share with us?
I could make up a story pretty quick. So I have a couple of Spooky2 generators, and then I also have the Spooky Central with the long light bar. Diagnosed with lipedema, which is also known as painful fat disease. So it causes like fibrous tissue to collect. So I'm still working on pain with that.
Okay.
So, but I have had a ton of success with like colds and flus and, you know, my kids get sick, things like that. So I love the spooky stuff that I have, but I'm still trying to solve this like painful fat fibrous tissue problem.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah. Have you got, what Spooky2 devices do you have? Do you have the plasma?
I have 2 of the generators, so I run those on remote, and then I have the tube. So I think that one's called Spooky Central.
Yes.
The long tube.
Right. Yeah. Oh, excellent. If it's fat, if it's just under the skin, is that where the fibers are, under just subcutaneous?
It seems like it, yeah.
Have you tried maybe something like ray gun?
I do. You know what? I also have Flash, and I have Miramate, and I have the big mat.
Yes.
Or the mini mat, the long rectangle mat. I have a bunch of stuff.
Yes, the big one, yes. Okay. Well, I'm thinking.
So I haven't tried. I do have flash, but you're saying flash on the skin for that?
I was thinking ray gun because ray gun.
Ray gun.
Goes deeper. This is why I was thinking ray gun with our TENS pad. That may help better.
And maybe she will get a ray gun.
Maybe you'll get one.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, no more ado. Let's
Okay.
let's see.
How do you do it?
Oh.
Oh, got one.
How does that work?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, got one.
Okay. Let's have a look.
Maybe it's a ray gun.
I hope so.
Oh.
Oh, I'll hold up to that. You've got $50 off on any order of
Perfect.
$100 or more.
Thank
so
you.
I'll get that. So
Hooray.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing your story with us. Okay, so
Dr. Valerie.
how are you?
Well, I'm much better with the Spooky2, and so I've been having fun with that. I went through a kind of a serious gallbladder issue back in November, and it was the standard, we're going to take your gallbladder out. I said, no, we're not. And I had an infection, and the common bile duct was blocked, which is life-threatening.
Yes.
And so I said, so what are you going to do? They said, well, we're going to take out your gallbladder and we're going to clean out the bile duct. And I said, well, how about you just clean out the bile duct, shoot me up with antibiotics, send me home on antibiotics, let me see what I can do. Whereupon 6 of the doctors came in one after the other and cursed me with their medical opinions. And I'm a doctor myself, so I was like, really? I know how serious it is. You cleaned out the duct, right? They said yes. And I said, so, okay, infection's gone, send me home. So that was November. And I have been hitting it with the Spooky2 now. I have I have an XM and I have a Gen X also, and all the little accessories that go with it. And so I have been hitting it fairly consistently, going between detox and pain relief, doing all the biliary things, the things to open up the bile duct, things to stop the pain, things to dissolve the stones, pretty much everything.
Right.
I go down through the program and pick out all kinds of things. And I got to tell you, if I'm having stones hurt, because they're still in there, since I wouldn't let them take the gallbladder out, and it gets to be, kind of sharp and stabbing. And I'll just go over to the Spooky2 and just dial in the pain relief for for gallbladder colic and things, and it takes it away immediately. Now, that is better than what MDs can do. And this is drug-free, so I'm pretty much a fan. I got to tell you, it's definitely working. And so now it's calmed down enough so that I've been able to put myself on the terrain, on the nonviolent one, and I can feel that one. I'm about halfway through it right now, and oh yeah, I can feel it. So I'm glad I did the nonviolent portion. And I also have been dealing with lipedema now for a number of years. And what I've noticed with the, let's see, which one was it? It's about halfway through. Oh, the systemic toxins.
Yes.
And so maybe this will help the previous speaker. When it got to systemic toxins, all of a sudden, the leg swelling went down, and I have been peeing like a racehorse. And it was just kind of really interesting. I don't know how many people have ever had this terrible thing happen, but it's where the water gets stuck in your tissues. It's not just fibrous. Mm-hmm. It's that the fat gets all the water and holds onto it and will not let it go. Right. And so the normal drugs and things like that don't work on it. So I'm pretty happy with the systemic toxin removal. And I'm seeing a huge difference just in 24 hours since that hit. So yeah, you got a fan here. And I've used it. Stuff's working on other people too. I have a housemate that I use it on, and anybody else that'll let me take their blood, because I'm just doing the remote stuff on it. But Yeah, it's an amazing piece of equipment.
Wow. Well, that's quite an amazing story you have, or stories, I should say.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay. Okay, I think I have to close my eyes because I also want surprises, but I don't know anything. But still, oh, how do you do it? Is there anyone else?
Yep.
Oh. Ooh.
You didn't tell me that there was a booby prize. I'm sorry about this.
Oh, yes.
You just won
Oh,
the first
thank you,
prize.
guys.
You've won the first prize.
Oh, man, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You guys are awesome. I was really hoping for that. Thank you so much.
You're a very positive thinker, and so your positive thoughts made this happen.
Yay.
So congratulations. We're so happy for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay,
Awesome.
well, you take care, and thank you so much for sharing your stories with us.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So we're going to
Cassie.
Yeah.
Is that? Oh, there it is.
There you are.
Okay.
Lovely to have you with us on our birthday celebration.
Thank you.
Have you got a story that you'd like to share with us?
Yes, I have used the Spooky to help with my eyes, and I've had good luck with that. And somebody said something a while ago, and it made me think that a couple of months ago, I lived in an area that got flooded. And so I was out walking one day, and this makes the third flood in several years. And there had never been any damage in a certain area. And I went to walk in that area, and I went in a hole. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so I got back to the house and sat down, and I put oils on my foot, and I kind of doctored my foot, because I thought, it's a little sprain. I sat for 2 hours, and when I got up, I could hardly move my leg. So I hurried, and I got, I have 4 of the blue gens and then 1 of the XM, and I hurried and went in, and I got my foot all hooked up. And I also sleep with the scaler. And the next morning, and because I was really concerned, because literally had I broke my foot or really severely hurt, they would have had to taken me out of here in a boat, because my streets were flooded. So anyway, the next morning I got up, and it was like my feet hit the floor, and I was like, okay. And I had no issue. It was amazing to me that how much that really did help me, and just was fine.
Great.
And I was like, wow. And I know how well it works, but it was just kind of like one of those things, because how bad it was in that moment.
Yes. Wow.
That scared me, that thought. And so I put the pads on. I did everything for ankle, and I don't remember what all I put it on, but I was fine. So there's no more walking in the water.
No, you're swimming instead. Which city do you live?
I live outside of Charleston, South Carolina, and I live directly on the river, but my house is up. But we had a lot of rain, and it just kept coming and coming. And my immediate house yard was okay, but I had like 2.5 foot of water on my road, and I was like flooded in for, I don't know, like 7 or 8 days. And it was okay. I mean, this is not the first time it's happened, and I know what to do. It doesn't bother me or anything, but the other times we never had any issue with what had happened. And I mean, and quite honestly, I have a strong faith in God. And let me tell you what, God, I fell in that little itty bitty hole, and that was a good thing, because what I did not know is that the water had come up and washed out a 20 by 10 foot huge area. And had I went any further, I would have fallen in and probably really severely hurt myself because it was about 2 foot deep, and it was the ramp, and it just took the whole ramp out. So I was just very thankful.
That's right. You avoided a catastrophe. And,
yeah, absolutely. Yes.
I knew you had faith. The giveaway was your earrings.
Yes. I absolutely. I wear a lot of crosses because I have a lot of faith, and it's just, it's there. Yes. Thank you.
Good on you. Hey, let's do the prize draw.
Yeah, my favorite part.
Yeah.
We have one?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you've got your eyes closed.
Because I want to.
Mirror make flash.
Okay. Now I've read on that, but exactly what is it for? That's the.
It's for skin issues, skin conditions.
Oh, okay.
It's funny that we should.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Thank you for coming on our show.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yes, my Hiwi is on its way, and I'm excited to get my Hiwi.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I think it was mailed out yesterday. Yeah. So yeah, thank you.
Fantastic.
Great.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You too. Thank you.
Bye. Okay, so now we've.
Okay, Ingrid. Next one is Ingrid.
What happened?
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good now.
Hi, Ingrid.
Hi, Ingrid.
Hello. How are you?
Good.
Good.
How are you?
Well, I'm good. I get here. It's all great.
Good.
That's much better. So, yeah, it's been quite a journey. I have stories to share. So, I have actually I have 3 stories to share if I can.
Just before I just introduce you to some of our viewers that may not know that you've been a guest speaker on 2 Spooky2 summers, talking about talking about emotional freedom techniques, EFT. Ingrid is an expert on emotional freedom techniques. She helps people overcome trauma that's occurred in their life, burdens that you may be carrying on your shoulder and may be affecting your happiness. Ingrid is an expert on helping you free yourself from these this baggage that we carry. Ingrid is a personal friend of ours. You would not meet a nicer person. When we went to America, she was there with a big smile to greet us. So it's very, very good to see you once again face to face.
It's wonderful. There's actually 2 nicer people right here, right now. So I don't even know how to thank you. It's let me start actually with some stories that I think are pretty cool, because I'm not only a believer. I just do this stuff for a long time, but my husband certainly is not really. So I think it's much more fun to tell his stories than my own, but mine are pretty good too. So my husband is a German engineer. So that fingernail thing is cool because I do it, but that's kind of all there is to it from his perspective in the beginning. But he's actually a biker. So he rides bikes, 50 miles, 80 miles up and down hills in New Hampshire. And he had arthritis in his knee, and there's an x-ray to prove that. And he could not ride his bike anymore. So he was absolutely heartbroken. And the doctors basically just told him he has to deal with it. And so we did biofeedback, and his knee pain went away, and he rode 40 miles the next day. And then we did some more of it. He just immediately took one of my generators. So he has it at his desk right now. Do more biofeedbacks and some stretching. And the pain never came back. I have an arthritis program running for him on remote all the time, just in case. But he's biking. I mean, he's out there, X-rays or not, doesn't matter. No medication, nothing. And he's an athlete. So when I say bike, it's pretty crazy what he does, and he just doesn't have any problems. So this is cool. So that's the first story. But actually, I don't know if that happened before or after that, but he also has diabetes. And it's part of diabetes. He has ice cold fingers, and in the winter, all the color would go out of his fingers. It would be ice cold, and put them under water to warm them up, and you could see they were just white. And they're not white anymore. So he came in. I will never forget that. I think we did biofeedback too, if I'm not mistaken, and probably something circulation. I forgot what we did. It's a while ago. But I will never forget that day when he came into the office and said, "You see these hands?" And I said, "What?" And he said, "They're not white." And that has not come back. So this is extremely life-changing. Between being able to use his hands and being able to ride his bike and not having any pain, that's just incredible.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm so grateful, because that's what he loves to do, and it's scary when that wasn't possible anymore. So that's, yeah. And for me, obviously, hair is coming back. So I had chemo. I have, I'm dealing with breast cancer for a gazillionth time for many years. The last chemo made me very sick and very bald. And so eventually, and it stopped working eventually. And chemo brain is not a good thing. You can't really think very far, and you're very weak for a long time. And I just found myself sobbing and weak, and it was tough. And so my doctor, when the chemo stopped working and the tumor markers started climbing back up again, I just thought it's time to take a break. And it really is. So instead of doing that, we're doing hormone therapy. So I'm always doing something with my oncologist, obviously, because there's no reason not to. I just think that the side effects of this are easier to treat than the illness itself. And it's just another thing to deal with. We have detox programs after all. So I've been very sensitive, unfortunately, to some supplements for a while, and I just needed to get myself back to status quo for a little bit. But what really happened was, so this hormone therapy that I took this years ago as well. There's two parts to it. One of them is a shot, and then the other one is a pill that I take twice a day. And I was told by my doctor that the shot needs a booster and then another shot every 2 weeks. So 2 weeks and then a boost just to get it into gear. And then another shot, and then the medication that I'm taking, that kicks in over time, I was told, right? So here we are, tumor markers climbing in the beginning of treatment. And actually the booster shot I took on Wednesday, and on Sunday I started to take the meds. So by Wednesday, he told me, they would keep climbing for a while, and then we see if it actually does anything. Now by Wednesday, everything had dropped. So, and my doctor actually asked me, at what point would you stop chemo? And I said, when I find something that works better. Basically, when I break the rules, you tell me nothing's going to work. When something works anyway, it's probably not the chemo doing it. So it's a good time to change things up a little bit. And, so the things I have been doing was mainly sleeping in the scalar with essential oils on it, and taking tons of essential oils and some, just food-based supplements that I've been taking, but that's basically what I did. So scalar, I put urine on the scalar on the receiver plate and put all my supplements, and also, some things I received from dear friends. I put that into the urine every night to make sure that it's been used. And it's a gentler way, and then I have, I put water on the transmitter coil so that everything gets also imprinted into the transmitter, into the water, and I drink this during the day. I also did some rifing with it, but I felt that I can't sleep when I do that. So it's just, you do have to sleep too. but between all my supplements and the scalar field, and then during the day I do plasma, obviously with biofeedback. I don't really feel sick, to be honest. And the tumor markers went down. So we have more results coming up, but I am shocked how quickly I recovered. I mean, I'm absolutely shocked. I've done chemo years ago, and this is not how quickly you recover. It takes you a long, long time to get back. I'm riding my bicycle. Oh, I did not tell you this. I was not able to walk. I mean, I could walk to my mailbox, but it took a while. And taking a hike was going to the neighbor. And I seriously tell you, I had to turn around. Right after I stopped the chemo treatment and started the scalar, I was hiking 4 miles.
Gosh.
It's just like my husband said, we were just walking an hour and a half. And I said, yeah, but it's time to go home. I mean, it's really, really nice. And I've done this several times. So there are a lot of good things happening. And I'm very grateful for that. My doctor is absolutely open to it. He says, obviously, what's working, whatever's working for you, keep doing it. And it's nice sometimes to ask a doctor specific questions if they can do certain things, kind of like, how do we cleanse my liver? If he doesn't have an answer, then I obviously need to do things that he either doesn't know or doesn't recommend or doesn't whatever. And at that moment, the doors are wide open to work together. And he high-fived me. He was very excited for me. So that's what I'm doing. That's the good news. And I'm hoping that that I can just pull out all stops very soon and just really get to where I need to be. And, my goal is to be in remission for the next 40 years. So I think that's a fair one to have. So thank you for everything you've done for me and my family. My daughter is big on this too. She's 21. She actually managed to, without any comment, right? My daughter. So no comment at all. I get a big envelope from her. She's in Spain right now, actually for a semester abroad. No comment. No, a big envelope with a whole bunch of fingernails in it. So that was funny. But she just knew that if push comes to shove, then I just put it here in the remote and keep her healthy. And I do that. So thank you for all that.
We're praying for you, Ingrid. We really.
I'm not sure if everybody really knows how amazing you guys are. And I think just take my word for it. They're pretty amazing. And I think
you guys. It's stupid. We just do what is right. When you start talking about amazing, you're describing everybody that's at the core of Spooky, that's making things happen. They're the people that you should put that label to. We do our best, and that's all we can do.
Well, everybody puts something together, and amazing people have a tendency to attract like. So, and we just got to make sure that we keep it that way, and that's really really nice.
Well,
yeah. So if you want to roll this again,
let's roll it.
Hold on, don't do it. Yeah, roll it. But the lady with the daughter that's in the, if you could just give it to her, I would appreciate it, because I'm all set over here. I'm geared up. I just wanted to share that, and if you could give that to her or to somebody else who would claim it, that'll be fine. So I love you guys. Thank you for everything.
Thank you. Okay, let's think of light pad.
Okay. Oh.
No?
No.
Oh, okay. Is there anyone?
Yep.
Light pad.
Right, that's the right pad. There's a mirror, mate. There's a ray gun. You've got a ray gun, haven't you? I think you've got a ray gun. Have you got a ray gun?
You mean me?
Yes. Yes.
I have a ray gun.
Okay. Okay. Well,
and I highly recommend using it.
we'll put it back for someone else, and And we'll contact you later. Okay.
We've got your number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Name. That lady. I will.
We'll make things happen. But we
Oh,
can't.
okay.
We don't want-
Okay.
If we ever,
Because I
say
cannot
things
even
on
imagine
camera-
what that's like. You know, it's just a nightmare. And obviously, if she needs to talk
Or
to
we will help
somebody,
her.
Yeah.
you can find me in the German forum as well. If she just wants to jump over there and contact me there, I'm happy to do that as well. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You are looking very
Thank you for
beautiful.
everything.
It's so good to speak to you again.
You too.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hello, Tony.
Hello.
Hi, can you hear
Hi.
me now? Can you see me?
Yes. Welcome aboard. A bit of a technical glitch, but well, I think you did most of the work and get it working again. But
I got it on, I had to go on the iPhone. I couldn't get in online on the PC.
right. Hey, I like your hat.
Yeah, I wish I could get another one. I mean, I could buy another one because you guys stopped selling them. We need them.
Yeah, I know. They're the silver lined ones, the ones that block EMF. I've got one. I find that the quality is very high. It's very thick fabric. It doesn't blow away in the wind.
It's great material. It's very nice. A lot of people, when I wear it, they ask me, where did you get that?
And of
I
course,
said,
it's got the.
got
Yeah. Have you got a story you'd like to share with us?
I got a story how I met Spooky2. I got an email on March 2nd, 2016 at 11:02 a.m. That was when the relationship started with Spooky2. Friend of mine, she's about 85, 86. She goes, Tony, she sent me this email and I didn't know nothing about Spooky2 other than what Einstein said. And she says, Tony, as you're already aware, everything is energy, everything, the tables, the chairs, they look solid, but they all have energy, each vibrating at a certain rate. I don't know if you ever heard of Dr. Royal Raymond Rife. He was a doctor in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. And you can read his story on YouTube. He invented a microscope so powerful that it has never been duplicated ever since. He also invented a way to measure frequency of illnesses and diseases. Not only that, he invented a machine that created frequencies to wipe out the frequencies of bacteria, virus, parasites, etc. Besides that, frequencies that entrain an organ, etc., to what it should be when healthy. They say his cancer rate was 95%. About that time, as you might have guessed, the AMA stepped in, raiding his office, destroying all of his files and equipment, and he ended up in prison. How could a big pharma and the AMA let a cure rate like this at 95% go on and stop them from letting it go on when making so much money with medications and doctors doesn't really help as much as that Dr. Royal Rife did. He died a broken man, as you might well know, imagine. They destroyed his men. People have tried since to duplicate the machine, but because AMA made sure everything was destroyed, they have had a hard time. But there have been machines out there that sell for $1,600 and up. It has been thought that though that they didn't come close to what Rife had. I happened to find a Rife machine that is affordable and the most advanced one on the market. I don't know if you're familiar with what Einstein said about healing at a distance. He called it spooky action at a distance. These people have named their machine Spooky2. This is what I purchased. The cost of this machine with attachments back in 2016 was $323 plus postage because it comes from China, but I had it in 4 business days. One of the reasons it is so inexpensive is because you use a software on your computer, which is hooked up to the generator. You can read all about it here. She gave me the website. I went on right away. The software is being updated all the time at no cost. There are over 6,000 frequencies. Now there's over 38,000 in the software. Now, the best part about it all, you can see it. You can use it in contact or remote. Yes, remote. You use a fingernail for the DNA of the person you need to send healing to. I believe this is the only Rife machine with this capability. So you can go about your day, do activities, and let the machine run and heal you. I have used it on my friend with carpal tunnel syndrome. She started out on a scale of 1 to 10 at a 9 with pain. Doctors told her there was nothing she could do, they could do only surgery. I told her before surgery, let's try Spooky2. it has been about 10 days since the first night she has been able to sleep through the night. Before that, she was awake much of the night because of the pain. In 10 days, she rates her overall condition now with Spooky2 at a 6 or a 7. That is how I met Spooky2, and ever since then, it's been nothing but uphill and healing. I've purchased the XM generator, Collido Silver, the Mate Mini Magic, the PMF, the Pass, the Scalar. I have 3 generators, the silver gloves, and I hooked up the silver gloves right now to the Microgen. And I'm running the freak
Wow.
accelerate healing that you just talked about, because there's so much and it goes on and on and on what this can do. And I just got the Microgen last night, and look, I'm feeling the frequencies going through with the, and it's so simple to use. I have it hooked up. I used it to at work today as I was seeing customers. I used the Zapper yesterday, which has kind of revived me. And then because I went to a party over the weekend, and you know, right now we're not seeing too many people, but I felt a little bit down. So the Zapper just kind of killed something was uncommon. Yeah. And then I did the blood purifier today, and it made me feel better. And it kind of flushed out my system. I could feel something was going on because I was peeing a lot more and a lot of movements. And I've also purchased a flash gun, and sky's the limit. I mean, anybody listening to this, I mean, time is what we need to study this more. Again, it can do a lot more than we can fathom. Thank you, guys.
Well, thank
you.
Let's roll the ball. Now, Alice, you're going to be next. So if you can please get your
camera and audio ready.
Microphone working, yes. Okay, you ready? Let's see what.
Do we have one?
Yes, we got one.
Okay, good.
Let's see what young Tony's got. Oh.
Oh.
Have you got a Mate light pad?
All right, thank you.
Have you got one of those yet?
No.
That would be amazing for the carpool tunnel too.
Oh yeah, that would come in handy. Thank you guys, I appreciate it, and love to you all, and thank you for everything you guys do.
You're very welcome, and thank you for your support of Spooky2 over the years since 2016.
Thank you guys. Thank you, John.
Thank you so much for your stories. Thank you for your
You're welcome. Thank you.
And congratulations as well. Bye bye.
Thanks.
Hello.
Alice, are you there? The next person.
Yes.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Hello. So Alice is
Hi. It's so nice to meet you. There's something my computer doesn't like. it's warning me that somebody is spying on me now.
Oh, well, we've got 45 people watching us, and we've got all of Facebook, and so you're right. There are people watching us as we speak.
Hi to everybody. It's so nice to meet you. I do. I have a lot of stories, but I have to pick one because it's only since last November that I found out about Spooky, but it's long enough for me to have become quite addicted. And just shortly, I would like to tell you that it was my husband who did all the research, and he found you. He knew about the Rife machines, and he knew that they were very expensive, but he always dreamed of having something like that.
Right.
And then finally he found you guys. And he showed me one day, and I said, okay, that was just when I think it was just after you released the Generator X, and we watched together the video of you, John, presenting it, the showcase of Generator X.
Right.
So we ordered it, but as always with this stuff, my husband leaves it to me to find out how things work.
Leaves it to the brains.
Yes, he everything that is, he calls computers confusers, and it's unbelievable because he has operated one of the biggest commercial airplanes that have been flying around, but he hates anything that has to do with the computers. So it was me who had to find out. And as soon as I started finding out and started being able to operate the Generator X first, I said, oh, we have to have more of this because I know it works. So within a month, we ordered 2 XMs. And then I said, well, we really need the central also. And that's what was when your Christmas sale was on. So we got the central. And then we got really lucky in January. I found this person in Holland who had been working with Spooky as a health coach. And he had a lot of equipment and he was emigrating. So right now I have 2 centrals and a lot of XM generators. I think I have 10 now and another Generator X.
Yes. Wow.
And we are saving for the scaler. So it looks as if we have a clinic now, which is incredible because people somehow find us always, and we are able to help a lot of people, and I'm really, really very enthusiastic.
Fantastic.
So I have many stories of our own health problems. It's really incredible. The first 2 ladies who were speaking, they were speaking about lipedema. This is something that is bothering me also, and osteoarthritis, amongst other things. My husband has some small health problems, not really big. I mean, we don't visit the doctor's office ever. We are very bad clients for doctors because we always look for the alternatives, and we take very good care of ourselves with supplements, and that's also the research that my husband does. But there's also a lot of fun things that happen. My husband, I found this program of David Halliday, Return Gray Hair to its original color. And my husband, he used to have very, very black hair, and he hated it when it went white. I think it's beautiful still. He has a lot of hair and it's very white. But I started to run this program on him, and his black hair is really returning. It's incredible.
Wow.
But one of the biggest stories I want to share with you is about my dog last week. Because dogs, placebos don't work on dogs. So, and her story was really incredible. Last week, we live in the Pyrenees, in a very wild area, really in the mountains. And I have 2 dogs, and we can only release 1 at a time because there's so many wild critters around here that if I release them both at the time, they go hunting.
Oh.
But when my dog for some reason, she hates snakes. And there are a lot of snakes around here that are not dangerous, but we do have vipers. And somehow she always can find them. So she was bit by a viper last week in her lip because she was hunting it. Even though she was alone, but she was hunting the viper. And this happened 4 years ago. And 4 years ago, we rushed her to the vet. And since she had bitten off the head of the viper, we didn't know exactly which sort it was. And the antidote is also very dangerous. The dog can die also.
Uh-huh.
So she was in the intensive care for 4 days and almost did not make it. So last week, when she came home with one of our volunteers who had been walking her, and she was very upset and told us the story, she had the same reaction as 4 years ago. She was frothing, and her lip was very thick and getting black, and it was the same thing that happened 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And 4 years ago, it took her like 3 months to get better. So I immediately took this slime that she was producing and put it on the digitizer and started running hunt and kill on her. And I did that for 20 hours. It was late in the afternoon, and the next morning she was up and running and asking to be, to be let out. And we were a bit scared of that, but we took her out, and she was almost her old self. Her lip was still a bit thick.
Mm-hmm.
And by, I think 24 hours, all the black flesh was gone. And in 2 days, she was her old self again. So it's a miracle. It's a miracle if you compare, and we could compare what happened 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So I think, she's really a showcase for the wonders of Spooky, how it works and then it was also beautiful because there is a special website for pets. It's on Facebook, and there I found a lot of people who wanted to help, and I got very good tips. One of them is the echinacea, the plant. I have it here. We have a permaculture garden, and I make tinctures myself, and I did not know that this was also good against snake venom. So, but I'm running the frequencies also. It's in the database, so I'm running the frequencies also on her, and I think it also helps greatly. I'm giving her the tincture, but I'm also running the frequencies. So it's incredible how quick she became better. So I really want to thank you. You said if we want to thank people, I want to thank first of all the moderators on Facebook. I think it's Susie on the Rife for Pets site group, and Kirsten and Cynthia. Those are a few of the names that I see popping up all the time. They're always so helpful. And then I sometimes I have questions on the forum also. The forum I think of as the divine temple of the big spooky minds. and it's so nice, when you have a question, all these people that I recognize from having worked on the database, like Manuel Moyo or David Halliday, and they just answer your question there. So I want to thank everyone for being so open and so warm and so willing to help. And it's a pay it forward thing that really fits my philosophy also. Yes. So, and to you guys, even you, John, answered even one of my girls. Yeah. So, and I think you must be very busy. So, yeah, I totally became hooked on Spooky. I'm one of your biggest fans, and actually, I noticed there is a need for a trainer in Spanish. So right now, and I want to thank Penny Yu also. She is so patient with me. She is helping me to try to become a trainer, especially in Spanish. I was born in Holland. I'm Dutch, but I've been living in Spain for more than 40 years. So Spanish is like my first language now, and I really want to help people in Spain because I can see their frustration that in Spain and of course South America, because I can see a lot of frustration that there is not more available for the Spanish speaking people. So I'm really excited about that. I'm your biggest fan. I've been watching all the videos and trying to soak up as much as I can. as soon as I can.
Yeah, yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Okay. Okay, let's
Okay, yeah.
spin and see what you've won. Now the next person coming on will be is that Robin? Robin and then Joseph. So if you can just get your cameras and microphones ready. And Triana will be after that.
Hey!
It's a light.
Wow, I have it, but I know somebody who would love one too. So
Terrific.
yeah,
Okay. Well, you
Might be
take
scary.
care, Alice, and yeah, your Mycogen is on its way. The one that you want.
thank you,
It is.
thank you. Yeah, I hope it arrives tomorrow.
Young wants to share.
Oh,
And
okay.
Amy shared
Okay,
too.
bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, okay,
Okay, Robin.
Robin, we're going to put you online. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, guys.
How are you?
So great I'm good, thanks. I'm really good. I'm so grateful for you guys and Spooky2, and it's been wonderful for me. I mean, I was on before, I think it was one of these events that you had, and I shared how it helped me survive COVID, and but I had an infestation of mites in my house, and luckily they were not microscopic, and I caught them, and I did the hunt and kill on my Gen X generator, and I'm at the tail end. It was a bad infestation, but hundreds and hundreds just died and fled, and I couldn't get an exterminator to come. No one in my area knows how to do. I mean, they just don't do that. Like, there's no mite exterminators in Western Mass, and so Spooky2 saved my house and my stuff, and it's been amazing. It's been really amazing. So that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. But I'm really grateful.
So
And I did have
did you apply the frequencies using Speaker Remote with the
Yes.
with the mic?
Hunt and kill.
yeah.
Hunt and kill.
I caught them and I put them in and used the remote, and it actually, I was cleaning, and I had it on this big heavy table, and I moved it, and underneath there were hundreds of dead ones.
Gosh.
So I don't know if it like attracted them and then killed them, or I'm not sure, but they got less and less and less, and they're like 99% gone now.
Gosh.
So that's very cool, because I hate mites.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who likes them.
Yeah.
All right, so shall we do the wheel? Okay. Well, let's see what you've won.
Okay.
Okay. Yep, one's coming out. Oh, you find yourself $40 off.
Oh, awesome.
Purchase over 100. So, yeah, that's a good discount.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay,
That's
well, you
awesome.
take care.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we wish you all the best.
Thanks. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, Triana. Okay, so Triana, I'm going to put you online.
Hey.
There she is. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, everyone. Good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, we're good, thanks. Welcome to our birthday celebrations.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you. And happy birthday. I'm fairly new to Spooky2. I've had my machines for a few months now. Our history is for about at least a couple of decades. We tend to shy away from doctors usually, but just recently I've had to start seeing doctors. But we've been using like the Metatron system, going to see a naturopath and being tested. So we've known a lot about biofeedback and things like that for a while. And gosh, I'm so nervous. Everyone else is so calm and relaxed.
Well, you mean, well, think about it. Everyone who's watching us are friends, either friends we have or friends we haven't met yet. But there's, I used to be nervous at the beginning, but when you realize that, you know, the spooky community, it's a beautiful, loving community. You think about when you go to a Christmas,
I've noticed that.
and you might have a large family, and you don't really know all these new members that have arrived on the scene. It's that kind of environment.
Yeah.
It's, you know, a celebration for a birthday, and yeah.
I've absolutely felt that from the very first contact. Every time I've contacted support or anyone, it's just, there's so much love and so much help. And I'm just really, really grateful. What brought me here is in October last year, I was diagnosed with both Crohn's, excuse me, Crohn's and also breast cancer. And I've been trying to steer away from all of the heavy treatments. And so far, touch wood, I've managed, but I don't know really how I'm going for a few weeks. I get my next lot of tests in a few weeks.
Right.
I've got a scalar, I've got the Spooky Central, I've got the GX, I've got the XM. I'm in the middle of, I don't know if you can see right now, but I've got my little thing under my armpit at the moment as we speak. I'm doing some,
yes,
my Phanatron tube. So I'm working on all of that. I've just come out the last couple of days from my last Crohn's flare, but I was too sick to actually do anything about it myself on the equipment, because no one else in the family really knows how to run the machine yet. I'm the one that's been running it for everyone. So I'm looking after myself with the Crohn's and the cancer. I've got two lovely little things that have happened that have not got anything to do with Crohn's and cancer, but for example, a few weeks ago, I burnt my finger and it blistered up quite quickly. I ran it under the tap and immediately ran back to my my equipment, and I put the TENS pads on, and I ran the two burns programs, and within half an hour, the burns had just about completely disappeared. And then later that night, I'd forgotten I burnt my finger, and I just spread open my hands and I thought, oh, I felt it was like a paper cut. And then it reminded me I burnt my finger, and all that was there was a white line from where I'd scalded myself when I'd got something out of the oven, silly me. And by the next morning, I was able to have a hot shower. The scar had halved. The area was numb for about 2 weeks, and now there's not even a scar there or anything. So that's my number one happy little moment. And the other achievement was for my daughter. She's both of my children have chronic fatigue syndrome. They've had it since 2017 and 2018 respectively. They're now 13 and 18 years of age. My 18-year-old came down with chronic fatigue on the day of her 14th birthday, her very first day at the Bolshoi Ballet Academy, and she's been sick ever since. They're both bedridden most of the time. With all three of us have gone through the what do you call it? The first protocol you go to.
The terrain.
What's it called? The terrain. We've all three have gone through that. We've just recently started my husband on the terrain, and today's his last day on the terrain. The girls, we're just chipping away at different things. We've got them on the chronic fatigue program, but also on other little things to try and help them on their way. It's still early days for all of us, but we're finding we've got some good days and bad days. As far as the cancer program for me, so far, in the beginning, it seemed it felt like everything was on the right path, and the tumours were shrinking. But just during my Crohn's flare, it felt as if they'd all inflamed again and started to grow. So through all of the Crohn's and all the trauma I've just been through in the last few weeks, I've just the last couple of days, or yesterday I think it was, or the night before, decided to change from the cancer program to the fibrosarcoma program, which was it Johansson, I think, that 1744 is the frequency for that. So I'm running that non-stop at the moment with the detox as well, to make sure that, you know, I get rid of things as well along the way. And this morning it feels as if the tumours are starting to shrink again. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this is on the right path, because I have to do my next results within the next 2 weeks. And I have an oncologist who's not very happy with me at the moment. So just because I'm not doing what she wants me to do at the moment. So I figure that I'm going to try everything I can first, before I get bombarded with being sliced and diced and, you know, pumped with chemicals. So that's my hope, is to avoid all of that. So we'll see. So they're my stories. Oh, and my husband also, we're going to be using it to hopefully help regenerate his discs in his back as well. That's one of the things, arthritis, etc. So there's a lot going on in this family.
Chronic fatigue syndrome and a lot of other ailments, the pathogenic cause, one of the main pathogenic causes is EBV, Epstein-Barr virus. Have a look at the DNA presets that are in Spooky. You'll find presets which have already been configured for different modalities of application, for Crohn's disease, for chronic fatigue. I'm sure there's one for chronic fatigue, and more.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
And so have a look, and those presets are always growing as we discover more. The key is to find out what causes it, and then have it.
Actually, with one of my children, they say that she has both possibly, one of the Lyme tick diseases starts with an M. I can't think of it at the moment, but she has that, as well as she was vaccinated in 2015 and has not been well since. It sort of declined, and then it was 2018 that she got a virus that just tipped her right over the edge to where she is now. So I'm really trying to find, I don't know how to find frequencies for the vaccinations, for example, to help with the you know, all the nasties that they've put in with the vaccines, the adjuvants and things like that, to help combat it.
Yeah, it was hard. Really, the terrain protocol pretty much covers that as well. That's part of the stages that it goes through. The chelation. Well,
so would you recommend we try the terrain program again with the girls, or?
There's not harm to run the terrain protocol several times. Even it's 11. Or the main one is an 11-day protocol. It's automated, so it's a set and forget. So if you've got a spare channel on one of your generators, you can just have that running in the background. You can even run it while running other programs. Emergency situations when you haven't got the benefit of time, people quite often do that.
I'm using the scalar as well, and I've got my frankincense and myrrh, and sometimes I add a drop of blood or urine to the mix as well, and you know, and I do biofeedbacks on the blood samples as well every few days. Especially when I was doing the cancer protocol, I'd add that to my protocol as well, the blood sample.
You're doing the things that I would suggest to you.
Okay.
Thank you. You're doing the right things, and you've even got the electron tube, which is a focused energy, which will be perfect for the cancer.
Exactly.
Let's roll.
Yeah.
Let's see what you've done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is there anyone else?
No.
Here? Is there anyone?
No. There we go. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Okay. Oh, I opened it up and it looked empty, but I was looking at the wrong side. Mirror Mate Flash. You won yourself a
Oh,
mirror.
fantastic. Thank you. I don't have one of those. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's lovely. Thank you. And congratulations, everyone else who's won a prize tonight. Yeah, thank you. And thank you so much for your time and everything you do. Honestly, we are indebted to you. Thank you.
And thank you for sharing your stories with us. And we wish you the best in the future.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Well, we're all very positive here. So thank you. Bye.
Bye. Hello, we've got young Mary Agrusa.
How are you?
USA in your name.
Agrusa?
USA.
Yes, a great republic, the United States of America. That's my husband's grandfather used to tell people to remember how to spell it, but it's actually Italian in basis. This is Joe. This is the.
You now have Joseph and Mary.
He said you now have Joseph and Mary.
Yes, yes.
But anyway, we became familiar with Royal Rife through a friend of ours who has recently passed on, a Dr. David Van Couvering, who told us about the Rife frequencies. And he was working in terms of using laser for frequency before he passed. So he gave us a story of Royal Rife. And then a friend of ours in the UK, just in conversation, happened to mention this Spooky2 machine. And I asked, well, what was that? Oh, well, it's a Rife machine. And so we chatted back and forth. And through him, we became familiar with you. So at I think like in November of last year, we got our Gen X. And we've been using it. We just got a notice that the Huey is on the way. But my story is, we've used it for a number of things. But the thing that I'm working on now is I got diagnosed with bone spurs in my wrists. And I have these lovely little bumps on my wrists. And when I went to see the doctor, he said, well, he said, you have it. We can't do anything for it. Either we're not going to do any surgery or anything like that. He said, but you have that. He said, you have arthritis in your hands. And also, I don't have any cartilage in my thumbs. So I've cobbled together a couple programs on the Gen X, and I put on the gloves and I run it, and I can see that the lumps from the bone spurs are slowly starting to go down.
Right.
And so I just know they didn't happen overnight, so I don't expect them to disappear overnight, but I'm just going to continuously work on those. And so I'm seeing real improvements in my hands with that.
Right. Well,
so we love the products.
Okay, let's spin and see what.
Okay.
Should I put that back?
You leave it.
Okay, yep.
Oh, good.
Okay. And you won yourself a $40 discount on your next purchase.
Okay, thank you.
It's a good sized discount.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for all your hard work and for everything that you do.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing your stories. You take care, Mary. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Have patiently waiting in the wings, Fina Wylan. Young. Fina, are you here? There you are. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, I'm very excited. Come, we have two. I want to share my story. First of all, I really thanks Echo and John.
What's his name?
I want I want to tell how I connect with Spooky, because I've been using different frequency device to try to help my families. They have different hypertension, myasthenia gravis, memory problems, a lot. And I try to buy different blank of frequency device. Some of them are very expensive, but the training is poor and they are not really have good support. And then when I buy the machine, they quickly within 1 week they have some problems, and up till now they cannot solve it. That things that didn't say, but when I have reason to connect to Spooky, and then I have I read the right frequency, and I just read in the morning, and I start to decide to buy the device. Because why? At that moment, I just have the theory, but I don't know whether it works or not. But I saw the price. Bingo! I buy it because it's really, when compared to my devices, 30 sums of game, 30,000. 30,000, more than that. Yeah. But I don't know how to use it. I cannot say it's not useful, but I don't know how to use it. The support is no good. But I start to buy Spooky. I buy the plasma device first, the central. And then after I connect to Spooky, I find scalar, and I immediately buy scalar. You know, all the price, I think I was affordable. And then when I start to use it, it's really amazing. The amazing point is I know nothing, and I start to learn the software. I'm also computer idiot, software idiot, but your team is really supportive and professional. They give me all kinds of support, and they support me also in TeamViewer and teach me, and I start to use them. And my family is laughing at me, and because, and I start. I still cannot use the central very well because I didn't have a cancer patient yet, and I'm learning the software. But when I was very stressful to helping my family, I cannot sleep well, and then I have two infections. My gum was swollen, and then I didn't have time to treat myself, and it's spreading to my neck. It's swollen, and it's painful, and like this is difficult. And then because the scalar is arriving, and I didn't use it. I used them for my family. At that time, I just tried, this is the simplest machine I can use. I just use pure scalar, and then just sleep at night, sleep inside the scalar field. And then the first night it's become more painful. I was woke up in the night, and then in the morning it gets better. And then the second night still more painful, and I was being woke up, and then in the morning it gets better. And then within 4 or 5 days, all gone. It's completely healed up till now, no problem. I think it's really amazing. I didn't take any medication. I didn't do other treatments. I have all kinds of FSM machine, frequency machines, but I didn't use it. But I just sleep under inside the scalar field, and it completely healed, and without doing anything. For me, it's really amazing. And then she is my niece, and can I say can you tell yourself?
Hello, I'm Eliza.
Hello, Eliza.
And I was diagnosed with myasthenia gravis last year. And it's a sickness where all my muscles will feel very weak, and like I can't chew, and like I can't really walk very well, and my eyes will become droopy. I can't see very clearly. So, and then my aunt introduced me to the scalar machine. And at first, the first 2 days using it, I don't have any kind of feelings. I still feel very tired. But then, like starting from the 3rd or 4th day, and then I started to feel like very energized, and I can finally walk on my own, and I don't need any support from those handlebars when we walk down the stairs. Yeah. So I think that this really works for me, and I've also went to the hospital to receive the IVIG treatment, but I think that's actually worse in me. But during my time in the hospital, my aunt helped me with this.
Can you see that?
Yes.
No, I look carefully. I put her nails in between the scalar field because she was admitted. I treat her. I put her nails in between the scalar field. And she feel it, and in the hospital, and she feel energized. And so I want to share this method to those people who's using scalar. This is really helpful and effective. And I also find Ron, he's the trainer of Spooky, and I take his lessons, and I learned this method, and it's really amazing. Uh, and she now can carry these heavy things. Yeah, because she cannot, her muscle strength was poor, and in the morning she need to take the medicine after 1 hour to get up, but still she cannot, and her brother have to pull her up. But now,
I was 2 weeks.
yeah, she was 2 weeks, but now she can get up herself and carry those heavy things here from Kowloon to my home. So it's really improving a lot. I'm really happy to have this kind of results. And besides my niece and also my sister, she had very high blood pressure, and I tried different kind of device, but not working very well, still ups and downs, and on high sides over the diastolics over 100 for 3 months. So I also introduced her to use the scaler. She got the scaler last Thursday. And then the first 2 nights, she still cannot sleep well, pain here and there, but the blood pressure going down, we are satisfied with it. And then let me see, today, she tell me her blood pressure is, today, let me tell you, 114/74.
Oh my
God. Today when she,
wow.
Yeah. It's just within a week. So I think it's really I didn't need to be worried too much now. For myself, I was very stressful for their conditions. Yes. And also in the middle of the night, I will wake up and think, okay, what kind of frequency I should apply to her, what kind of program I have to read to write for them, something like this. And then now they get better. And for myself, when I sleep for the inside the scalar field, I found I can sleep from wake up in the morning. I no need to get up in the middle of the night. Previously, I have to drink a lot of water and then get up in between and go to toilet. But now I can sleep the whole night long. So for me, it's also really relieving and happy. I was busy, I need to work, but suddenly today I read your emails and then I suddenly want to join and have a look, and I really want to share. It's just ad hoc.
Let's see what you've won. Let's see what Fina's won.
Well, I want to put one back in, okay?
Okay.
One device, okay.
Any more? Do you want to share yours? and one little secret too.
Is one out?
And
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Here at the present, I'm happy, but I was really want to share to thank Spooky support team and thank Penny and her team, and also Echo. She leads her team very well. They really give really professional support. They are passionate. They're hardworking. Oh my God! I already have one.
Oh, you can change to something else.
Yeah, thank you. Doesn't matter. The present is not the main point, but I really want to thank you because I really experienced your insight. You said each of you believing that sickness is not a business, and health is more important than corporate balance. I really appreciate this, and I really experience this. I buy other machines. I buy other machines. They use my own life saving, but they didn't give that support. So I'm really experienced your compassionate, your heart to helping people. This is all come from my heart. I really appreciate.
Thank you. It's touching for us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. It's really warm.
Yes, I am, and my family is one of the member have a memory problem, and getting better, and suddenly let me have some surprise. They remember something. So yeah, I'm expecting my family member getting improve more and would like to share more.
Next time.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank you
once
so
again,
much.
Fina. Lovely talk.
Okay. Bye bye.
You have a great
Wonderful.
day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, Darnell.
Darnell, I'm going to put you on. Hello.
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 Hi,
Good
Darnell.
morning,
Nice to
John. Good
meet
morning,
you.
Echo. And
Morning.
happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How are you?
Oh, we are very, very well, thank you. Do you have a story you would like to share with us?
Yes, my story is quite different from everybody that shared stories before me, because the reason we bought the Spooky equipment, and we have almost everything, not everything, but almost everything, was for prevention, for maintenance. We don't have any like major health issue, and both my wife and myself, we want to keep it this way.
Yes.
And we are doing a lot of good things like supplements. I'm practicing both Reiki and Qigong, and for sure this helps with my health. But I noticed a few things since we started to use Scalar. The first thing, because I'm a Reiki master, I am very sensitive with the energy, with the healing energy, or chi or ki. And I was curious. Okay, is the scalar field similar, different? Can I feel it? And I put the boxes in our healing room, and they are about 6 feet apart. And I put my hand in between, like I do if I want to verify the Reiki energy from one of our students. And I felt the energies. I said, it's quite similar. Let's see now how big is the field. And I put my hand across the field, and I said, yeah, it's about 3 feet. And then later I looked it up in the manual, and I found out that the ratio is 1:2. So if I have the boxes at 6 feet apart, the distance, it is indeed 3 feet. So I was very happy with this. There is a big difference. I'm a big fan of natural healing method, but there are two disadvantages. One of them is that require a lot of work, commitment, to achieve a certain level of efficiency. And the second one is that you are not always able to do it. If you are yourself sick, you can't really do a good quality Reiki or Chi treatment on yourself. So then you need something else. And I was happy to discover the scalar. And now the next step was, okay, we have a massage table in between the two boxes, and I laid on the table, and I felt the same type of vibration in all my body, like during a Reiki session or internal Qigong. And this was something like instant confirmation, let's say, because a lot of people are saying, yeah, it's spooky, is it working, is not working? But I knew from the first second that it's working because I could feel it. And then something else that I did, I tried to send distant Reiki to somebody else who also a Reiki masters, and they told me that they felt it more powerful than usual, which means when I'm sending Reiki while in the scalar field, this energy is also transmitted to that person, which is a bonus. And the only minus for me is that because I feel it so intensely, I can't sleep in it. But I spend daily 1 or 2 hours, and I do either Reiki, meditate, or practicing internal Qigong. And also, I noticed something. I sleep less, but I am more energized than before, starting to use Spooky2 scalar.
Right.
So everything looks so good for me, but because of these things, we cannot put it in a bedroom. On the other hand, my wife loves to spend once in a while a night in the scalar. She can sleep perfectly, even more than 8 hours, and next day she's all energized and feeling well. So these are our one of our stories about the spooky scalar. We use it in all the 3 modes. Of course, we use it with supplements, with essential oils on a receiver's coil, and of course we put the water for frequency imprinting. Then we drink during the day, and occasionally we use it for as a remote while imprinting water for some of our family members, like kids and even grandkids. And yep, so everything looks so good that we are so happy with it. And I like all the devices. We have the generators, we have the plasma, and from Miramate we have the pad and the cold laser, and all of them are amazing. And but for me, the most important is for prevention. I think Spooky2 scalar is the most amazing thing, because it's giving your body the energy that you need to repair yourself. So if you have a severe problem, maybe plasma is the best thing. But if you don't, Spooky is the most scalar is the most amazing device that can help you. I have a question, because right now I can show you behind my back what I have.
Oh,
the big magic.
Yes.
Because I like to experiment. I'm an engineer in electronics. I don't have the space for the big magic, and I would like to know if I can use the pad with the Gen X. Of course, you need an adapter, electrical adapter, probably, but if it's possible.
Unfortunately, it's not. It needs to be much higher power than what generator X can produce.
Okay.
So it's not possible, and different voltage levels and other
yeah, because as much as I like it, today I worked a lot in my garden, and I came in the house a little bit here. It's evening, late evening. Because I was a little bit tired, I decided to use the mat. Usually my wife uses it, but I borrow it from her. Yeah, and it is nice to have it on Schumann frequency, but I was thinking maybe we can use it on some other frequencies, like for healing or for pain relief or things like this.
Okay, the design of the mat is to encourage body healing, and with studies finding the best frequency is the natural heartbeat of the earth, the Schumann resonance, for encouraging
the Schumann
natural
frequency.
healing.
Yeah. You know, I love it. I just wanted to know if I can try to experiment, because I didn't want to experiment and damage either the pad or the Gen X.
Right. No, it wouldn't damage either, but you wouldn't get any benefit because the
okay.
signal will be so weak. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what young Dorinel has done. Okay. Oh, you've won yourself a discount for your next.
Wow. Thank you. It's very good.
Reasonable discount there. Thank you for
Yeah.
coming onto our show and helping us celebrate.
Thank you so much, both of you, and happy anniversary again.
Thank
Amazing job you are doing there.
Thanks, Diana.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Arta. Arta, I'm going to promote you to the panelist. And
okay, now I believe. Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Lovely to have you with us.
Thank you very much for the invitation. It's a great honor to be here. I'm very happy to be here, actually. Yes, I am intense user in Spooky devices for a while. On a daily basis, working on me to generator X. Also, we're using in our bedroom scaler. My story began actually a few years ago, 5 years ago, when I've been in hospital on the surgery. I had my first surgery in my life, and I hope last one. I'm Polish. I came to England for work. I've been working so intense. I start to be very neglected to myself. With food habit, with drink habit, my body become, I found out later, very, very acidic by environmental, by food what we eating, by way how we breathing and drinking. And I start have problem with health. The story was in hospital where they make surgery on me because I over candidose overgrowth. I have big cyst. Now I know that this was diet-related problem. I could this combat quite easily this day, but those time I had no clue. But after hospital, it's give me like second life. I realized that I have to change many things. I start from my magic water. I have quite sophisticated filtration, and I start looking for something instead of the formal official medicine. I knew you guys from Polish guys, Mr. Nowak. I know he helped you with Polish software for Spooky. Great guy.
Mm.
And get me the book. So I not so long later, we bought with my missus two generator. We bought a scalar. What was the effect? Side effects of using them were actually completely free. We are not using any more tablets, no painkillers, no nothing. Funny story is that when, since I start using the Spooky, I think on the daily basis because the great devices, generator X, they have two in one. So if I can run like parallel on me 4 programs, one of them is the detox terrain. Yes, on the first few times when I put them on, I could feel some sluggish. I could feel like side effects of detox. But like I said, I have magic water after filtration, and I drank a lot of water. Then I implement to myself a great device from our creator, which is, I think, combined with Spooky. The great device, I think, we know everyone is fasting. I'm doing a long-term fasting.
Right.
With water, with Spooky, which is giving me amazing effects. I am free from blood pressure. I am free from any other disease. Like I said, from few years, now my missus, we're not using no single pills.
Okay, let's see what you've won. Oh. Hey. Oh my goodness. You've won yourself a flash. A Mirror flash.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Congratulations. Okay, well, we'll wrap it up. We'll start thinking about lunch. I think we've got still 45 minutes to go, you know that, right? So
yeah, 50 actually.
Maybe we could find some naughty stuff in the cupboard.
Gosh, I'm hungry.
Yes, it was an early start, and it's been a long morning.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for attending, for watching, and all your feedback. I'm sorry that we...
Yeah, there are some still some more that we haven't, some people typed one, but...
Yes, and
next time.
Yeah, next time. It was more people than what we thought, and so we put some of the prizes back into the wheel and made it a little bit longer than what we should have done.
Yeah.
And yeah, there we go. Well, take care, everybody. Keep on passing the love forwards. Look after yourselves. Keep far away from the coronavirus. And yeah, just take care.
Yeah, keep healthy. Stay well.
Yeah.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. Bye-bye.
Bye.